Today on your Open Minds UFO Report, Hillary Clinton's campaign chairman encourages an alien inquiry, a witness photographs hovering UFOs in Oregon, and a witness videotapes UFOs in Texas. Your Open Minds UFO Report starts now. Hello and welcome to the Open Minds UFO Report. My name is Alejandro Rojas. Hillary Clinton presidential campaign chairman John Podesta tweeted his approval of a recent interview with Clinton by Lena Dunham, and in the tweet he encourages Dunham to ask Clinton about aliens next time. Dunham's interview was posted in her new email newsletter called Lenny. The interview with Clinton has nothing to do with aliens, but apparently Podesta wishes it had. On Tuesday, September 29th, Podesta tweeted, "Great interview at Lena Dunham, but Lena, ask her about aliens next time. Hashtag the truth is out there." He also CC'd at Hillary Clinton. It is not a secret Podesta is a UFO enthusiast and a big fan of the television program The X-Files. He allegedly even had an X-Files themed birthday party at the White House when he was President Bill Clinton's chief of staff. Even more shocking was when Podesta participated in a press conference at the National Press Club in Washington, D.C. about the importance of the U.S. government declassifying UFO files. He stated, "It is time for the government to declassify records that are more than 25 years old and to provide scientists with data that will assist in determining the real nature of this phenomenon."
I think it's time to open the books on questions that have remained in the dark, on the question of government investigations of UFOs. It's time to find out what the truth really is that's out there. We ought to do it really because it's right. We ought to do it because the American people, quite frankly, can handle the truth. And we ought to do it because it's the law.
This is also not the first time Podesta has tweeted about the truth being out there. In fact, his last tweet on the topic spawned several news stories. That tweet came in February as he was leaving his last job as counselor to President Obama. He tweeted, "Finally, my biggest failure of 2014. Once again, not securing disclosure of the UFO files. Again, hashtag the truth is still out there." This time he CC'd NY Times Dowd. Although Podesta is a UFO enthusiast, many felt that this February tweet was made as an inside joke. And with the latest tweet, the question is, if Hillary was asked about aliens, would she have anything to say? Hillary is actually not a stranger to the topic. It is well known among UFO researchers that her husband, former President Bill Clinton, was also a UFO enthusiast. According to his friend Webster Hubbell, Clinton asked Hubbell to be on the lookout for UFO secrets when he sent Hubbell to the Attorney General's office as the Associate Attorney General in 1993. Most recently, Clinton talked about his interest in UFOs on the Jimmy Kimmel Live television show last year. During his presidency, longtime friend and supporter Lawrence Rockefeller, also a UFO enthusiast, was pressuring the Clintons to begin official investigations on the topic. Presidential UFO researcher Grant Cameron obtained files from the Clinton Library that show Rockefeller was discussing his idea and sharing information on UFOs with Hillary in hopes that it would prompt the president into initiating an investigation. More can be read in the files, which can be downloaded from our online version of this story at openminds.tv. Hillary has not commented on what she believes regarding UFOs and aliens, nor has she discussed her conversations with Rockefeller. However, in response to a Mother Jones UFO story, apparently inspired by Podesta's February tweet, Hillary's then non-campaign did comment on extraterrestrials. They wrote Mother Jones via email, "Our non-campaign has a strict policy of not commenting on extraterrestrial activity, but the truth is out there." At one point, Hillary will most likely be asked a UFO question directly. Perhaps her team has already come up with a canned response. As long as she stays in the spotlight, she will most likely have to answer the question at some point, especially if she makes an appearance on Jimmy Kimmel Live. A witness near Plush, Oregon reported watching a hovering bright white light that dropped orange lights several times beginning at about 9:30 p.m. on September 24th, according to a recent report made to the Mutual UFO Network, also known as MUFON. The witness submitted several pictures of the object. The witness says the sighting took place during a night campout during an off-road motorcycle tour. The witness wrote, "We were just going to bed when an extremely bright white light appeared in the western sky as if an aircraft with landing lights was flying directly towards us. No sound was heard for the duration of the sighting." He continued, "Suddenly, one at a time, bright orange lights dropped out of the area where the bright light had been. The orange lights faded away almost immediately, much faster than a typically dropped flare from a military aircraft and much brighter." The witness says the lights then appeared to the northwest. Soon after, they appeared again in their original position and then once again in the northwest. The witness could not identify the objects, but suspected that they could be related to a nearby Air National Guard base. He wrote, "Creepy was the word we both used to describe the sighting, as there was no sound, and the lights, if known military, would have been audible. We did not have a fire or any other indication that we were camped out there, but we have been through this country many times and witnessed low-flying military aircraft, presumably from the Kingsley Air National Guard Base in Klamath Falls, Oregon. The area is also known as the Catlow Valley and is some of the most remote, uninhabited parts of the lower 48 states, just north of the Nevada border. We would very much like to know if there was any military training going on in the area at the time." Another strange UFO report submitted to MUFON took place in Houston in March. This time the witness caught the object on video. The witness reported that the object hovered and moved positions over a 2-hour period. He was outside at about 2:30 a.m. on March 30th when the lights were first seen. "At first I thought it was a star, but then I noticed that it was changing color," the witness stated. "I grabbed my camcorder out of the back of the truck and started recording. As I zoomed in, it disappeared from my viewfinder twice. The third time I tried to record, I was able to record a metallic gray spherical object in the sky." The witness stated that the object changed shape as he watched. He says the object hovered for quite some time before moving slowly to the west. He wrote, "It stayed in the night sky until about 4:30 a.m. until it began to move again. This time it disappeared into the early morning sky. I was in shock and awe." He continued, "I am lucky that I had some charge left on my camcorder. Although you can't see in the film what I saw with the naked eye, I am sure someone might be able to brighten the video enough to identify it as the object I described. I didn't get any ill feelings towards the object, and it didn't frighten me. It was more like a sensation of finding out something existed that I never thought I would find out." After reviewing the video, the witness noticed that it appeared to be several objects in the sky, not just one. He says he has also seen more UFOs since this sighting. He is even making a documentary about it. He wrote, "Since the night of March 30th, 2015, I have seen these strange lights in the northwest skies of Houston, Texas almost every night. I have since purchased a night scope to try to capture more video, since I've heard that the night scope technology might be alien technology. I figured I'd fight fire with fire. I'm making an independent feature-length film, and I have published this video on YouTube as my trailer or preview of the film." Texas State Section Director Arthur B. Goodrich investigated and closed this case as unknown. The case was originally reported to MUFON on May 7th, 2015. That's your Open Minds UFO Report for today. You can find these stories and more at openminds.tv. We post fresh UFO news daily. You can also follow us on Twitter at Open Minds TV, and you can find us on Facebook. Don't forget to register for the International UFO Congress, the Guinness World Record holding largest UFO convention. Early registration is open, so you can get a discount by registering now at ufocongress.com. Let us know if you enjoyed today's episode by liking the episode on YouTube and leaving us your comments in the section below. You can also download our podcast, Open Minds UFO Radio, on iTunes or at openminds.tv/radio. Thanks again for joining us today. For openminds.tv, I'm Alejandro Rojas.